I've never spoken to a group of 6 or more that somebody in that group hasn't been touched through somebody they love, somebody they know, by violence. Now, so I meet murder victim family members almost on a daily basis. And those are folks that I'm related to not by birth or by marriage, but by the blood of our loved ones. And some are still locked in the prison that I once was, that prison of anger, that prison of... And I absolutely refuse to be put in the position of debating another murder victim family member. No. We're not on opposite sides on this issue, by the way, folks. Think about this. We simply disagree on the solution to ending our pain. We buy into it. Many of us, and some throughout forever. We want our pain to stop. And what is our government telling us? That the taking of this human life at some date and time uncertain in the future is going to do it for you. And what happens? Now, you've seen us. In most states, we can go and witness the execution. And you've seen us come out of that execution. You've seen our tears. And invariably, the microphone's stuck in our face and say, how do you feel? And our response is, I'm relieved. I'm glad it's over. Maybe now I can find closure. Or our response is, he didn't die hard enough. Yeah. Now, I hate the word closure. It's one of those psychobabble words, by the way. You don't close nothing. Sorrow's loss is always with me. Always. The best we can hope for, I tend to call it reconciliation, coming to terms with what happened, and then moving on. Some of us can find forgiveness. Not everybody can, or hasn't been able to yet. Closure? No. No. That's denying. But how many of those victim family members, my loved ones that still held on to that promise, that damnable lie, have they come back to us the next day, the next week, the next month and say, are you healing? Have you healed? Well, you know, most of us have found it impossible because we've held on to the anger and the bitterness for so long. It's become a way of life. The medical health professionals, if we listened to them, would tell you this death penalty thing's unhealthy. It becomes systematic, enforced, seeking of vengeance. What does it do for you? I submit it harms us more, societally and individually. But that's part of gosh, we need to work harder and do better. Each one of us the best way we can each day.